What's up, y'all? You're watching Union Minded. I'm your host, Eric, and today is another edition in our series that we call Contract Talk. So, go and grab your inside wireman agreement and let's get into some legalese and learn together what our working conditions are, because this is the document that binds it all. If you're going to not be the owner and you're going to work, join a union and get yourself a collective bargaining agreement. Now, before we dive into what we're going to be talking about, let's go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, watch the video, drop your comments, share the video so that other siblings can learn as well. All right. Now we're diving into Article 3, referral procedure. So everything in Article 3 has to do with the referral procedure. All right. Let's start with Section 3.01. It's the general. In the interest of maintaining an efficient system of production in the industry, providing for an orderly procedure of referral of applicants for employment, preserving the legitimate interests of employees in their employment status within the area, and of eliminating discrimination in employment because of membership or non-membership in the union, the parties hereto agree to the following system of referral of applicants for employment. So that, generally speaking, is talking about why the referral procedure was created, why it exists. So we want to look at that a little more carefully and pay attention to what is said here. In general, the referral procedure was created in the interest of maintaining an efficient system of production in the industry. So that's to say that when a design is out there and it wants to be built, this system is to provide a way to make sure that those jobs are completed, are able to be completed, are able to continue to be gotten and staffed and installed and finished and on to the next one. That's one of the purposes, right? Then it says providing for an orderly procedure of referral of applicants for employment. So we got to create a framework to get our members to your jobs, to the different companies that hire our members. Preserving the legitimate interests of employees in their employment status within the area. So that's making sure that there's a way to end the relationship with a particular job site and send them back to the hall. That's what your employment status, that's what that has to do with. And of eliminating discrimination in employment because of membership or non-membership in the union. Notice it didn't say eliminating discrimination. We go out of our way to add to that because of membership or non-membership in the union. Now, why do you think that has to be in there? Well, Local 26 covers Maryland, DC, and Virginia is a right-to-work state. I know, I just threw up a little bit in my mouth because it's gross. But because Virginia is a right-to-work state, there are certain members that will decide not to pay their dues, and they can't be discriminated against because of that. Because they fall out of membership, they cannot be discriminated against. So that's why that's in there. It's not because they want to eliminate discrimination, which still takes place, and we'll talk about that a little bit further down the way. So that's why that's specifically in there. The parties hereto agree to the following system of referral of applicants for employment. So everybody that signs a letter of assent is agreeing to this referral procedure, and this is why it was created, the interest of what it's for. So Section 3.02 says source of applicants. The union shall be the sole and exclusive source of referral of applicants for employment. That's pretty straightforward. If you want to have a union job, you've signed a letter of assent. You are now part of this agreement between us. We have a contract and an agreement together. You are solely going to come to us for your applicants, for the people that you're going to be putting out there in the field to touch the work that falls under our jurisdiction. Section 3.03, rejection of applicants. And here is where we slide in, hey, we're going to allow for you to discriminate. And section 3.03, because that's in there, I think there's a lot of folks that do experience discrimination for racism and for other ugly biases. When you talk about it's almost exclusively used against minorities, people of color, to attack the LGBTQIA plus community, non-binary community, almost exclusively used to reject those applicants. And so that needs to go. We need to get rid of section 3.03. We shouldn't allow. Here's the thing. If we all go through the apprenticeship program and we all graduate and we all get a yellow ticket, there shouldn't be a method there shouldn't be a mechanism that allows for a contractor to send me back to the hall because they don't like something about me. That shouldn't be a thing. If we have an agreement to work together, then you have to accept all of our members, because we accept into our membership everybody. We accept into our membership without discrimination. And so our contractors shouldn't be able to discriminate because they got to accept who we're sending out there. And in section 3.04, we have a non-discrimination clause. Let's see what that's all about. The union shall select and refer applicants for employment without discrimination against such applicants by reason of membership or non-membership in the union. And such selection and referral shall not be affected in any way by rules, regulations, bylaws, constitutional provisions, or any other aspect or obligation of union membership policies or requirements. All such selection and referral shall be in accord with the following procedure. So here we talk about a non-discrimination clause, and it goes right back to membership, non-membership, with no specific language protecting everybody. And so those are a couple items that I take personal issue with. And I'd like to see 3.04 rewritten. If you're going to go member and non-member, well, let's go further and say no discrimination whatsoever, and then specify based on color, religion, gender, sexual preference, everything. And let's make it all inclusive as it's intended to be. And then we can create unity and solidarity instead of allowing a second-class tier system to exist. And that's how we fix that. We get rid of those sections that allow for these things, and we rewrite them so that they're more inclusive and they have more inclusive language, instead of being kind of loopholes where contractors get to discriminate by our agreement. That's crazy to me. So that's something we need to fix. And that's as far as we're going to go right now. Section 305 talks about register of applicants, and then it starts getting into your different groups, and that's going to be a whole nother video. So we'll stop at 3.04. Article 3 with the referral procedure, we really need to look at and read carefully so that we understand what we're seeing. I mean, this is how we take calls and go out into the field. So we need to know how that works. And it's good for everybody to know how that works. So that's why we're diving into the agreement, so that we can learn together what our working conditions are. And I hope you found this video informative, educational, and entertaining in a sense. I hope I wasn't boring with my presentation. Anywho, y'all keep in mind, man, the fight is not left and right, it's up and down. It's gonna take solidarity to win always. Each one teach one, get out there and reach one. And there can be no union without you and I front and center. So get involved. Peace.